Kevin, I want to start with you because you're here. Obviously, you've always been a part of this show, but I know you're actually back writing, you're back getting into it. What has it been like for you to kind of get back into like the mindset of these characters, really delve into this world?
Well, I've never been too far away because
Right.
wherever Julie is, I'm usually 5 feet near her somewhere. But I love it. As Julie and I sat down to write the first episode of season 8 together, I was freaking out. I was like, oh man, I don't know. Julie goes, you write all the Damon stuff. And I'm like, and I was like, I don't have his voice anymore. I don't know anymore. I don't know how to do it. But actually, it came back pretty quickly. And Julie and together, I think and with a good writing team, I think we got a great season 8 planned out. I'm very excited about it. It's really nice to live in this world again.
Yeah. Julie, I know you had talked about, you didn't know if there was going to be a season 8 when you wrote last season's finale. Obviously, there are still major cliffhangers, there are still things happening. But so does it feel like even a little bit like you have kind of a clean slate, other than a few things you've got to carry through in terms of what to do this season?
Yeah, I mean, we made a real effort to make sure that our finale last year had all the closure it could possibly have, just in case the worst happened, which thank God it didn't.
Define the worst.
Too many things, too many swear words. So for us, it was being able to resolve relationships and then just tee up a hint of a new villain and a new problem. And so we really got to start very fresh this year, and it's been a lot of fun beginning with that.
Does this villain have a face? What can you say about it?
The villain has a finger so far. Other than that, it's a new take on villains for us. It's definitely something that's rooted back all the way into sort of ancient times. Other than that, I'm going to have to let you guys wait and see for yourself. Sorry.
Yeah, it'd be a big spoiler if we started talking about the mythology. It's a really great mythology. It's a really great. I'm actually very excited about it. So I hope you guys are too.
For Ian and Michael, you guys obviously are off doing God knows what. We've seen a lot
of...
You mean
Enzo and Damon. Let's just clarify that.
Yeah.
That's
also
Let's
applicable to Ian and Michael.
Let's just clarify. Enzo and Damon doing some gnarly shit. Shocking. Kevin's back.
We've seen like humanity-less vampires. We've seen kind of the Ripper version of vampires. But how does whatever we're calling what's happening to you two, how does that differ?
Well, there's kind of mysterious elements of almost mind control going on, which we haven't really come across before, and that's all we can really say on that department. But it's really, really interesting how it's playing out. I'm super stoked about this season. We've read up to like 4 episodes so far of the cast, and it's ripping. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, the mind control thing is actually quite interesting because ultimately you're used to seeing Damon or Enzo or any of these characters exert that power onto someone else. And so when you see them ultimately in this realm where they literally have no control over their actions, yet I will give this little hint, don't slap me, but buried, like in their minds, they're still them. So it's that conflict and that struggle is what we all sort of look for, and it's truly a gem as an actor to play.
Glimmers of humanity, so to speak.
Kat, how is Bonnie coping with losing both of them and her magic?
That's a great question.
That's like losing your purse, your phone, your wallet, and your keys.
The same, yeah.
And your child and your husband and your, yes, that too.
You know, a lot of last season was about the development of the relationship that Bonnie had with Enzo and obviously Bonnie and Damon. And, you see the crumbling in the season finale of her, and she also doesn't have her magic, so the thing that made her feel like herself and also her best friends are not there. So you start the new season and you see that, and it's going to be really exciting to see Bonnie's journey this season and to see where she's literally at ground zero.
Yeah. Paul, for you, does this feel like a little bit like a reverse season 3? Like Damon made the sacrifice, he's gone off, he's doing crazy things. You're theoretically trying to find him?
Yes.
Are you trying to find him?
Stefan's just crying constantly, missing his bro ham. He's always just concerned for Damon. And it is kind of, it's back to the original dynamic of the brothers. I mean, they were obviously much more contentious in the beginning, but it's, the dynamic was always Damon getting in trouble and Stefan trying to save him. And so I think that, in particular, this is the case. Stefan sort of normalized. We'll see how long that lasts, but at the current time, he has a broken heart over his bro.
His big bro.
His big bro / lover.
Slash lover.
Candace, is Caroline now, because we saw, she broke things off with this one. She still has 2 daughters. Is she like splitting her time between like Texas and Mystic Falls? What's going on?
Yes, she's very busy kind of splitting time and family life and, as we saw at the end in the finale, helping Stefan and Bonnie track down Damon and Enzo. So she's juggling all those
Things.
yes, things.
Balls.
Balls.
Yes.
Yeah.
So sorry.
How do
I've
you
seen the
feel?
sign. Please be aware that many members of your audience may be under
Yes.
18.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yes, please be
They've
aware
actually
that
wrote
many
that
members
there.
of the audience
Just
may be
on
under
me and
18.
Just
Zach.
reading that
Just
just
on
now.
me and Zach.
Ah, good to know. They wrote it in fine print, though. It's not our
Yeah,
fault.
by the way, it's really tiny.
Yeah.
You know what I meant.
In general, how do you feel like motherhood has changed her?
I think she has a wonderful outlet for, she has a whole new department in her life to be incredibly neurotic. And I think motherhood suits her. And I think she wants to be safer in her adventures. She now has children to watch out for, and she's very protective, and which is a quality she's had for a while, but I think it's now even more important to her.
Sure. Are we going to see much more from these magical children?
Yeah, they're going to stick around. They're going to come into play very quickly.
They came in handy last season.
They do.
Okay, how is Alaric? Did you ever anticipate when you took this role that he would lose his wife and his girlfriend and the mother of his children?
And that you'd be stuck in Atlanta for 8 years?
No, I had no idea, and it's been a sad journey for Alaric, so I'm hoping he'll turn it around. We'll see.
What about for Matt Davis?
Yeah, there's a bit of like art imitating life. I'm trying to get out of it, so.
What about for Matt Damon?
Yeah, what's he been?
Good question. Ask him.
I was thinking he and Matt should start like a grief club. And
That's true. Zach and I already have.
okay,
No, I'm good. Everything's good over here.
no, but Zach, I do want to talk because Matt ended the season seemingly leaving town. What can you say about, is he back? Is he still hating vampires? Where is he at?
Well, as much as I love these people, I think Matt finally had to make the decision to let go of that love. So Matt's out figuring out his own life finally for the first time. So more power to Matt.
So are we going to see him off on his own life?
No.
Oh,
He's just
okay.
talking about it.
Yes, it's going to be very exciting. I'm driving a rad truck. I don't have a cop belt on this time, so I can sit in the seat comfortably.
Oh, is that uncomfortable?
Driving into
Oh,
the
yeah.
sunset, baby.
He's doing craft services on a production filming in Atlanta.
Zach's volunteered to grip and electric.
I'm very curious in general for you, like Julie and Kevin, when you're crafting this season, how do you, when you're deciding like what you want your big bad to be, you can essentially do anything in a supernatural world, right? How do you kind of decide what you want it to do?
Well, I can only speak to, like, if you look at the 8 seasons of the show, and you look at, well, first we have, the vampire comes in, Damon. I mean, first it's Stefan. Is he a vampire or not? I don't know, but I really love him. So she falls in love with him. Then comes the brother. He's bad. He's really evil, and so he's big and bad and awful, and he wants, to get these vampires out of a tomb and save Catherine, and then wait, Damon's not so bad. It's Catherine. She's the bad. Now, Catherine's bad, but is Catherine really bad? No, Catherine's not bad. Klaus is bad. Klaus is the really bad. But is Klaus really bad? No, he's a hybrid. He's the black sheep of the family. It's the original family that's bad. And it goes on, and you just keep, you build your mythology. And that's what I like about this season, because we're at season 8. What could that mythology be? What has yet to happen in Mystic Falls? Well, you're about to find out. And we're all up here just trying not to spoil it, but there is this really great thing that's about to happen with, and there's this final bad. And we've got this sort of great season 8 plan. I think it's a very evil bad. When Julie pitched it to me, from last year, and she said, here's where we want to go with the season, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And then I said, and I was like, I kind of knew a little bit about this mythology that they were sort of utilizing, and I thought it was such a clever, cool way to infuse Mystic Falls with this ultimate evil, and it's like a little cherry on top of the entire mythology of Mystic Falls, and that's what I love about it. And so anyway, I think Julie and the writers have done an awesome job with planning out this season, and that's why I'm very excited about it. So there you have it. Did I answer the question? I don't even know if I
Watching you dodge spoilers and that was fantastic. Yeah. You did that so well.
Thank you.
I do want to take it back just briefly for Paul and Ian. The scene in season 7 where the brothers have the phone call conversation. 7 years in the making, they finally hashed this out. For you all, was it more difficult that it was over the phone as opposed to in person? You couldn't see each other. Did you enjoy that aspect of it?
You're talking about
He's in the snow.
Snowstorm?
I was in the motel room, right?
No, you're in the snowstorm.
No, you were in the snowstorm.
Oh, this big snowstorm.
Remember when I was in the car?
Yeah, that was great. Yeah.
That was a really, really well
We were
written.
great.
Julie directed the shit out of that episode.
that's
it was
right.
pretty incredible.
That's right.
And this guy was so dialed in.
We loved that script so much.
That script
both
was
Ian
incredible.
And I.
By the way, and mind you, well,
What?
you were outside in all that
yeah.
stuff, and the snow is fake, and you know the snow is fake, and yet you're still freezing.
Yeah.
It's a really bizarre thing.
Psychologically, it does.
And I had just come off of directing my episode, so I was a total wackadoodle. And then all of a sudden, the next day, I'm on set with Julie, and I'm reading behind the monitors. I have 2 earpieces on, and I'm working with Paul, reading the stuff. And watching him crawl through that snow and go through this emotional journey was cool. But the stuff in the car, it was kind of cool that we weren't together.
You guys showed up for each other, though. That was the nice thing.
I was just going to say,
We read for
it's
each other.
We were there
interesting.
together, yeah.
You did 22 episodes for 7 years, and it's like we always try to give it our all, but sometimes a scene comes in or a script comes in that you're just like, I can't help. I don't care how I'm feeling. I can't help but like really put 100% of my effort into this. And for some reason, that scene, even though Ian and I have done thousands of scenes together,
Literally.
hundreds, we both just cared about it so much.
But it was a payoff for not screw you guys, okay? It was a payoff for these brothers, I think. It was like a cool moment, and thanks for.
Yeah, thanks for
Hey,
writing.
Neil Reynolds wrote that.
Yeah,
and he
Neil-
nailed it.
Yeah.
Neil crushed it. Yeah,
Writers in the house.
yeah, Neil crushed it. Yeah, you were really good in that. Bob.
Oh, well, thanks. So were you.
For Kat and Michael, you guys, your relationship was a beautiful